Welcome to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. Today is Prince's birthday. Happy birthday to Prince. Y'all give it up for him. All right. Yeah, and today we're talking about the hottest female rappers out there right now. Also on the show, we have the DJ extraordinaire, John Best in the building.
What's up?
We got music producer Clayton, and our very own soundman himself, Rico, is going to make his camera debut today on the show. So stick around, hit that subscribe button. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. LaContier, where are you?
No.
Let me welcome my wonderful, wonderful co-host, Angelica Jelly Woods, in the building.
Friday.
Y'all give it up for her. And I wish we could get some footage of her workspace, y'all.
It is so dirty. Y'all, I tried.
It's a lot going on over there, man. It's a little bit of spilled drink,
makeup, some cherries,
we got some
earrings,
got a fossil
chicken.
from a chicken wing. It's a lot going on over there. DJ Kojak in the building.
Yeah. What it
DJ,
do?
scratch it up for him 4 times, Kojak.
Bam.
Yo,
Brother.
John Best, did you hear that scratch?
I heard it, man. I heard it. What's up?
He passed the test.
Yes, he did. Y'all, John Best is a Memphis transplant like myself, like Angelica, but he has become a Memphis staple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't get me in trouble now.
His brother's about 7 feet, 11 inches.
6'9".
So we had to sit him down.
Had to sit me down.
We had to sit him down.
Everybody taller than me.
Right. Now he's Kojak's height.
You're right.
Time I'm in the game.
But I'm telling you, man.
Family though, family. It's family up here.
John, we are incredibly honored to have you on the show.
Man.
Real talk, man.
Bro, I'm
serious,
excited.
man.
I'm excited. I hear Kendrick playing in the background in
Oh,
my mind. Like,
right. Oh,
we really like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
We got a lot to talk about. I see we're gonna be way off script now. I see
We
that
are.
now.
My bad. My bad.
No, it's all good. June is Black Music Month.
Yeah.
That's right.
All month long, we're going to be celebrating Black people that are in the music business in some form or fashion, whether it's in radio, whether it's behind the scenes, whether it's in they're an artist themselves, musicians, producers. You know, we got them all on the show. We got a great lineup
We
of
do.
people that are coming on the show this month. And you know, we got a couple more spots, that we're going to fill, but we got a great lineup. And David Porter, brother, I want you to go on and fill one of them spots. So
Come on,
man.
make sure.
Tag him, tag him.
Look, we talked last night on the phone. We talked about 10:30, 11 o'clock last night.
Okay.
So he had to look at his calendar. But we got to have that legacy information and education on
Pass
the
it
show,
down.
man. Yeah, vitally important. Yeah, so man, so John, what's been happening?
Man.
Tell us before before we jump all the way in, man, tell us how you got here. How you got to Memphis.
Man, look, my father and my mom had a situation where they was separated. Then he comes back and say, look, let's leave New Jersey, go to Memphis. It was a family reunion that was going on back in 87. And they said, let's pack up everything and go.
Wow.
I mean, we packed up everything and the dog, got a U-Haul, drove down to Memphis. And once we got here, the first spot, I think it was at Bellevue and Macklemore. I think that's over there in it was on Bellevue.
Mallory,
Mallory, right?
Yeah, South Memphis.
South Memphis, right?
Yeah,
So we called, we stopped to get the phone call to tell them we here. I said, man, I thought I left that element area, surroundings.
Yeah.
I said, Memphis is just like Jersey. And man, long story short, my mom and father, pops couldn't get a job here, and they ended up going back wanted to go back.
Yeah.
So I done went to Hamilton in the summer to, practice basketball, and they was like, yo, you might have a shot down here.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. So I went to my mom.
And that was a good basketball program back
Right,
then.
Todd Day. That's where I met Todd Day.
What?
We in
Yeah.
the gym hooping. Somebody come in, shoot about 50 shots, and walk out the gym. I said, man, who this cat?
Yeah.
They said, man, that's Todd Day. He gonna be in the NBA one day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, he really liked that then, right? So I ended up staying. My mom said that I could stay, and I ended up going to Whitehaven to stay with my Aunt Ethel and Uncle Rick, and the rest was history. I was in Whitehaven.
So hold up. So circa 1987. Let me give y'all a picture.
Okay.
Right. So it was curls and and
gold
damage
teeth.
outfits and gangster walking. Hey,
Oh yeah,
just started.
just started.
Yeah.
NWA.
And how big this was? Let me tell you how big this was.
Come
I
on.
can't wait to get Kurt
Talk
over here
to
too.
him.
Oh,
It was so
Lord.
big. Now you had to be here. You had to witness.
I ain't
it
gonna tell you
because-
how old I was in 1987.
Yeah, because this was a phenomenon. Seriously.
Oh yes, sir.
I was at the time you got here. I was stationed here.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm seeing this from the military base.
Oh yeah.
From
oh yeah.
Millington.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
So I couldn't
yeah.
even have a curl.
Right.
But everywhere you went,
Everywhere.
everywhere. I don't care if you were crossing the street at 3rd and Nankana.
You had one
seen
too?
No.
You seen a curl
Oh,
and somebody
yeah.
gangster walking across the street.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Gangster walked everywhere they
Yeah.
went. This is how big of a phenomenon it was.
Yeah.
Am I lying, Kurt? Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Real talk. And so in some of the DJs, let's talk about that little history. You know,
Lord.
back then you had Sonny D was on 101, Magic 101.
D.
Yeah, used to be live on Magic 101 doing the mixes. You had Raider J and Spanish Fly and No Name.
Legends.
Yep, in No Name. It wasn't Expo yet. It was No Name.
It was no name.
No name.
Right. Yeah. You had all of that going on. Man, you had
Bovan family.
Bovan family.
Bovan
And-
family,
And
yep.
what's the Pioneer? Not Pioneer. Pioneer. What's not Pioneer? What's the club that was on top of the bank that you spin around in a circle? It's the spin. Club 2000. Club.
What was the one on Mill Branch and the one on Mill Branch? Shiraz or
This predates Shiraz.
this was a little that was a couple years later.
It was Legends was first, right?
Okay,
When the
okay,
Legends
okay,
first on
okay,
Brooks
okay.
and Fontaine.
Yep, the fun
And then,
thing.
right,
Oh, my God.
and then Shiraz, I think.
Man.
Yeah. But Shiraz was something else before it was Shiraz.
It was, right.
Prentice on Hill.
Prentice
That's
on
right.
Hill.
Yeah, that's right.
That's when parking lot Pippin took off. Like you didn't even go in the
man.
club. You just stand in the parking lot.
Hey man,
I have
and,
no
you know,
idea.
and,
All right.
and
Let me
look,
get focused on
and
you
what was
folks.
funny is, man, so we would go to Shiraz or Legends, and because they were competing actually, now I think
Right.
about it, and you know after the club, man, if you were smart, you bought you a $5.99 J. Roget. Right, because the women love the J. Roget. So this your after club set.
Right.
You know, you'd be like, I got a bottle of J. Roget, and it was on. Hey,
Only for
Woo,
$5.99.
$5.99, baby.
What type of women? What
That's-
type of
that's
women was
the-
you pulling for $5.99?
that was in Legends and Shiraz, right? With the
Okay.
tight mini skirts on.
Okay.
Right. Hey, Kurt Clayton over there laughing because he know. Class.
I was like,
Right,
let me-
See, they were yes, yeah.
Let me not say nothing. He gonna clip me talking about the women because I don't know. I wasn't here.
Right, exactly. Yeah, man. But you know, it was a different time in Memphis back then too.
Right.
Yeah.
I loved it. I mean, the vibe was just perfect.
Yeah, man.
You know, but I thought I was getting away from the element, but the element, it was here too.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was around family that didn't really know me, so I had to learn how to say yes, ma'am, no, sir.
yeah.
That was
Culture.
foreign to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here. I don't know. They ask me, and I say something like, "What?" They nip that in the bud
Oh,
quick.
yeah, quick.
But now I see
Yeah.
that how the South really got something in him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, big ups to my family
Yeah.
for welcoming me in and,
Yeah.
you know, let me come down here. Shout out to Coach Gary Stevenson from Whitehaven because he was the one that told me, he said, hey, man, I offer you a 4-year scholarship, take it, go.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That's what's
John,
up.
we talked about the vibe back then. How do you feel about the vibe right now for Memphis?
The vibe right now for Memphis is
Mm-hmm.
we the top,
Yeah.
but we don't know we the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Listen to some of these songs. They all got a Memphis vibe
Yeah.
to it. Look
Yeah.
at this song, the song with Future in them.
Yeah.
That's a Memphis song from
Yeah.
that era.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Look,
That's
at,
right.
Parkinson is
look at that.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
they sampling all the Memphis music.
Memphis,
Kirk Clayton.
we the best, and we don't know we the best.
Kirk getting them checks from them
We the
samples,
best,
man.
and
We the best, and we don't know we the best.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. What's interesting, I tell people, Memphis is at the top of the food chain in the music business.
Right,
Really is.
period.
Really and truly it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And shout out to,
We need to say that more.
we do need to say that more.
Right.
But it's unfortunate though that in most of these cases they're leaving Memphis to get at the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
And so our talent is being extracted, and this is honestly indicative of the whole, Memphis, Egypt, literally Memphis, Egypt, in Egypt, and the city of Memphis. Our resources get extracted out of here because for some reason we're not laying the true infrastructure that's needed for that talent to stay here.
Think about it. We had Dolph, Gotti, Moneybag had the hottest record in the country last year.
Yeah,
I think it was
yeah,
number
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Then you come back with Glorilla doing her thing.
Right.
And now I see she's on a record with Cardi and
Meg
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yep.
So we got to get it up for Memphis because we doing it, but it's like we can't even see it because all the stuff that's happening internally.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, Memphis, what we doing? Oh, we robbing, we this, we that. Yeah, but look on the music side. We popping, and I think the mayor said something. He calling it Culture City. We got so much culture here, but it's like, do we know that? Do we understand? Like,
And do we
do we know
embrace it?
And do we know who we are?
Love ourselves.
Right? Do we know that? How can I love you and I don't even know how to love myself?
Yeah.
But
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
But you go outside of Memphis to any market.
Come on.
And you tell them, I'm from Memphis. What? Oh, man.
I know
we love Memphis.
Kirk can attest to that.
Man,
I know he can attest to that.
Man, everybody that I brought in friends from my boy Six. Shout out to Six.
Mm-hmm.
I brought him in from Philly, right? I don't know if y'all remember Six. Six was the one that used to crash the Grammys and show up on the stage and say something on stage, don't even have a ticket.
They ain't supposed to be there.
But Six, I brought him in from Philly, and he hung out in Memphis, man, and he fell in love with Memphis. I'm a transplant. I came to Memphis. I moved to Japan.
Me too.
Came back here and stayed in Memphis because I fell in love with
Come
Memphis,
on.
man.
Yes.
Man, it's a lot to love about the city.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
For real. I love that. Culture City.
Culture City.
It's
And
more
we're the
than just
Mecca.
barbecue.
We're the Mecca, and I always tell people this too. We're the Mecca. We're the centerpiece of culture for, if you look all the way to Nashville, past Nashville actually,
Right.
all the way to New Orleans, all the way past Little Rock, and all the way past St. Louis.
Right.
Until you get into Chicago area, Chicago space, right?
Right,
But
right.
we are the Mecca. We're the centerpiece
Come on, man.
of soul.
That's right.
And black culture.
All that.
And we have to learn to
All
embrace
that. We need to push that to these young folks.
Carlos Brody spoke a lot about you, man, when Carlos was on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My
man.
brother. Love you, Los.
Yeah.
That's what I
Shout out.
remember.
Yeah,
I remember the J Love, the C Love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was going
Yeah.
over
Back
the
in the
house.
day.
Yeah,
We was
talk
going over
about
the
that a little
house.
bit.
I was listening to them tapes like, whoa, what you
Yeah.
got?
So, back in the day before I was, a baller, as they say, I was a rapper. I wanted to be a rapper. I was rapping since a young age. And then when I met Carlos Brody, he was the first
you
person.
said you was rapping?
Yeah, I was rapping back in the day.
Crazy bars.
And-
Hold on. Let me
Whoa, hold on now. Don't
past
put me.
that.
I know I had to
Uh-oh.
go back.
Don't
You,
pass that.
you,
Wait a
you,
minute.
you,
Time.
Don't let that go over your
you
head.
did. I was like, what?
Stuck there.
Crazy
Crazy
bars.
bars.
Hold on now. You talked all that junk. You was
Man,
all
I
turned
don't
up.
have-
What you had
No,
back
Man, look,
That's
I
right.
gotta leave that back there. I gotta leave that back there because that was a different space for me.
Okay,
I had
gotcha. Okay,
had
we
anger.
respect
I was
that.
mad at my
Okay.
pops. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Yeah.
And now I
Okay.
got sons. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I saw, and I was listening to some of my old stuff about a month ago, and I was upset with myself
Really?
because I was trying to portray all this anger and how I'm out here doing this dirt and all that people can listen to.
Yeah.
When I got drafted with the New Jersey Nets, true story. I haven't shared this one. They asking me, "Oh, you from New Jersey? How was it growing up?" I'm trying to be tough and impress my boys back home. I'm like, yeah, we used to rob old ladies and different things, not knowing New York media. Mike's all in my face.
Yeah.
So now it's like we about to
Yeah.
give money to somebody that's robbed old
Yeah.
ladies.
Yeah.
That could have been the owner's grandmama.
Right,
Just
right. Yeah.
but that's where that we talk tough and talk big, not knowing that can affect you down the line.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
all that rapping I was doing I love it, don't get me wrong, but my mind space was totally messed up.
But it's growth too, though.
Yeah, but you don't
it's
recognize
growth.
the
Yeah,
growth.
I'm
Yeah.
53 now.
Right, right.
I was
Now,
14,
if
15, 16 then.
If you're still doing it now, then I'm
Now that
having
we're finally
Right,
ashamed,
right.
they gotta be
So it's
ashamed
a
of-
problem, right.
Yeah.
Because man, listen, I tell people, man, shit, every crime there was to do, probably I did it.
Yeah.
Right. And I
right.
tell
Talked on
people
the
too, I tell
episode.
people that, the only difference between me and my friends that got felonies, they got caught, I did.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not, this is not something I'm bragging about,
Right.
but it's growth though.
It's
man.
growth,
You
right,
know?
right.
Yeah.
I can acknowledge it's growth now, but at one point I was proud of talking negative about women,
Yeah.
talking negative about some members of my family, but I thought it was cool and hot at the moment. But like you said, it's growth. But now I'm like, oh man.
But you know what? But John, last month we did all our shows on mental health.
Uh-huh.
And we talked
There
about
it is.
how,
Come on, man.
how
Come on.
adverse
Bring it on.
childhood experiences right,
on.
creates a fresh
Come on.
norm for a child.
Come
right?
on, right.
And so we all, dealt with the maces, right?
Yep.
And what you were probably seeing, I know for me, because I got sent to jail because I was about to shoot and kill 4 kids
Right,
at school.
right,
I had to load a gun.
right.
But today, of course, thank God for healing, right?
Right.
So that's why I say, don't knock,
Right. I'm
know,
glad
right,
I'm
right,
glad
Right.
it happened,
Right, 'cause you
and
got a story.
I got a story.
got a
So
story,
that's
yeah.
why part of why I go so hard with the youth today.
Yeah,
But I
okay.
can't sit down and tell everybody, well, this would happen to me. I'm trying to hype them up and let them know they somebody. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, indeed.
And don't get caught up in your surroundings because 10 years from now, you ain't gonna be in this right here.
yeah.
So
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
So you being what you needed for other people at that age.
Bingo.
the
That's
biggest
it.
thing.
That's it.
Yep.
Period.
That's
Well,
awesome.
yeah, and on my wall in the Capitol, on my wall it's inscribed. It says there's purpose in everything.
exactly.
Right? And
Yes.
so you going through what you went through, you speaking the way you were speaking, and
Right,
and,
right.
and doing the things you were doing. It was a purpose in it, but and just like for me going to jail at 14, there was a purpose in it, and I used to be ashamed to tell that story because
Right.
of politics, right?
Right.
Then I realized, no, that's the goal.
Come
That's
on,
the
man.
goal.
Right.
That's what I need to tell people because those are the people that I'm
And
representing.
they don't want you to tell that story because how many people will you connect
Man,
with?
how
if
many
you say
people
that?
will you save?
Come
right?
on, man.
Yeah, man.
They don't want us to. If we really be real and we really tell our story
Right.
and then go back, Kojak.
Yeah.
Man, what happened before slavery?
Right.
Come on.
Who was we then?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We
take it all
got
the
a
way
story
back.
from who that told us who we are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, but
And
before that,
And as much as they are trying to erase that story,
come on, man.
it should
Why
make
you think
wonder,
they doing
make you
that?
Scratch your head.
They right.
Just
They
'cause
don't want
there's
you to
some
know who
value.
you are.
They know who we are.
Once you understand,
We don't
that's a
know
threat.
who we are.
Yep.
Right,
That's what I
right,
said to you,
right.
Angelica, about Memphis. If Memphis knew how dope we were, actually,
Right.
they'd be like, hold up, we've been doing what? And we sitting there, somebody said, we got all this good water around here and all this
Yeah.
good stuff.
Right.
We don't even know where we at.
Man, come on,
Some
man.
of the best water.
Right.
Come on.
Angelica,
That's why
there
your
was,
boy want to be
there
here.
was something trending that we were talking about in pre-meeting.
Elon
About
Musk.
the black guy, the black superintendent. It was actually in Wisconsin in the Midwest. There was a girl graduating, and her dad rushed the stage to
Oh,
stop
yeah.
her from
Oh, I
shaking
was
the black.
pissed. Oh, yeah.
you was mad.
Oh, yeah, I was hot.
So what's the story though?
Well, there's two stories. They're saying that the parents wasn't in support of some kind of book that they were talking about, but a lot of people say it was based on race.
It
I
is
can
race.
see that because I'm from
It's
the
race.
Midwest.
It's race.
and it's Wisconsin. I'm
It's
from
race.
Iowa.
Let's watch the video.
It's all race.
Let's watch the video.
Okay.
Oh. Excuse me. Where's Brendan?
Man, you better get up off
Where's
me,
Brendan?
man.
Where's Brendan?
Get away from me, bro.
No, don't.
Hey, no, hey,
go.
you need to get, hey,
Walk away. Walk away.
You gotta go. Get off right now. You are there. I don't care. Get off me.
All right. So we watched the video. So okay. So now,
Really?
what's your synopsis of it now?
Racist.
Okay.
Racism.
Yeah.
Racism.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
black superintendent. The
He was just trying to shake a hand. He was like he
All
was
white,
giving her a
yeah.
hug.
shaking every student's
He
hand.
shook everybody's hand, right?
Right,
But that father thought, no, I don't want him shaking my daughter's hand.
That's incredibly sad because you look at the baby that was graduating. When I say baby,
Young folk, right.
right. She's graduating. She put her hand to her face like
was
she was
ashamed.
so
And she was
embarrassed.
embarrassed.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's sad because that day was for her.
Yeah.
Right.
And
That's
and
her.
he literally took the attention away from her.
You had
Yep.
her
You
moment.
know,
Her day, her moment.
her moment,
Yeah.
her
Right.
moment. That's supposed to be one of the biggest moments in her life.
But didn't they say that it's the parents that inject this thought
Yeah.
into the young people?
Every
Every
time.
It's
Yeah.
taught at
Every
the
time.
dinner
It's taught.
table.
Yeah.
You know what
It's
I'm
taught.
saying?
Yeah, but how selfish is that though?
Oh, yeah.
For you to rob this young lady
Terrible.
of this moment in her life,
Terrible.
and you're supposed to be the adult.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But also, I'm glad you said that because when you said at the table, when the last time we all sat at the table with our family and had dinner, cut the TV off, put phones up?
man, that's a really good question. Now,
You know,
I eat.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
do.
Now we do it. We do it on. Me
But
and my daughters do it on Sunday.
across
Oh,
our
yeah.
community.
Uh-huh, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Because that's where, man, how was school today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, how was your day at work? Or, hey, this happened on the news. We just saw what this man did.
How you feel
to
about
his-
that?
How you feel about that?
This is
Now,
where you
come
your
on.
babies get you to listen to you.
Yeah.
Listen to
Doctor
them rather. I mean,
Dr. Champion.
Dr. Champion.
When shout out to may he rest in
Yeah,
peace.
yes.
He told me on one of the shows we had him on. He said, if you have a family dinner at a table, and he said that's where everything starts from. He said, and that's how you raise the consciousness in your family because you can tell if something was wrong with Antonio
Yeah.
or Angelica. She's smiling. Why she's so happy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you bring that together. And I was like, man, Dr. Champion, man, I appreciate
Man,
that.
Dr. Champion was
Man.
amazing.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
It's great.
Yes, sir.
I always had that
Man,
knowledge for you.
but you know, it's sad that, you know, in today's time, you know, that we're robbing, you know, our children of that
Oh, yeah.
enrichment.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You know,
yeah.
of that bonding space.
Social
of that,
media.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on,
phone.
man.
Yeah, with the phones
Netflix
out.
and, you know, binge watching,
Yeah.
you know, all these YouTube videos and
Yeah.
come on now. When the last, I mean, if we could just say, everybody cut the phone off and let's just sit down and have a
You
conversation.
know, even when I go out with my friends or sometimes or just sit at the table, I make everybody put their phone in the middle, right? And whoever touches first pays for the tab.
Wow.
That's the biggest
yeah.
thing. When I
That'll
tell
go.
you, boy,
That'll make 'em put the phone
Hey, that'll make you a
Now,
good
we do
Erica, if I do
exceptions.
have a song, something, put your phone down.
We make each
Right.
other talk to each other and
Her
be
intent
present.
was a little different. right. Her wasn't about no
Right.
Put a face up.
Yeah,
Tell them
yeah.
stop. But no, it makes you be engaged. It makes you, because people think that you're physically there, you're present.
Right.
But you can be present and not be present.
Yeah, always.
And
Right.
it's real bad.
Right.
Yeah, it is real bad.
Right.
So we,
Yeah, man. Hey, brother John Best, man. We truly appreciate you being on the show, man. Y'all give it up for him, man. 'Cause
Appreciate y'all.
We gotta have him for a whole show because we have way more
Man,
that we
look,
can
come on,
talk about on
man. You know
this.
that.
hard work
Anytime.
man.
And that's an extended segment, right?
Well, I appreciate y'all though.
Coming up next, we're gonna have Kirk Clayton on the show. We're gonna talk about the top 5 rappers. And did Billboard make a mistake when they named their top 10 rappers? Some of us think so. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Grab a backwood and roll up. Grab your cup and let pour up. They didn't want us round it first, but now they act like they know what. Hey, but they show love, yeah, we show out when we show up. I don't even do the liquor, that shit might make me throw up. But we turned up, this the after party. Shit grabbing on my body. White girl got a bottle in the club, and that going gnarly. Turned up in a wreck the party. We just brought out everybody. No, we got our have some fun. We at the after party.
Hey y'all, it's Michael Kaya and it's the Antonio Parkinson Project I'm on. They have fun around here. They got chicken and everything. If you really want to get the word, know what's going on in your neighborhood, in your community, in your blackness, you need to tune in to the Antonio Parkinson Project. And ain't even in the projects. Okay, so tune in. We love you. Keep God first.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson, and June is Black Music Month. And so all month long, we're celebrating people that are in the music business, whether music producers, DJs, behind the scenes, artists themselves. We're going to talk about it on the Antonio Parkinson Project. Also, it's important for you to know you're watching the fastest growing visual podcast in the Memphis market. Yeah, baby. We're going to hit 4,000 subscribers before the end of the week. And I think when we hit that 4,000 subscribers, Angelica, what we're going to do? We're going to release the tape.
It was going to be a tape of the pastor, but I got some better tape that I'm going to release of Parkinson back here doing. I don't know what he doing, but I'm going to release it. Hit that 4K, and I'm going to release it.
Ooh.
I'm ready to push the button. Please do it. Please do it.
I think it's better footage or better for the viewers if we release the security video of Pastor Ricky Floyd twerking.
Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. I'm gonna leave it up to the
Yeah,
viewers.
so I don't think they're interested in me dancing to some mama piano music, but Pastor Ricky Floyd twerking, will we
Okay.
4,000?
Okay,
What do you think?
okay.
In fact,
That might be.
if you're watching, let us know which video you want to see. You want to see Pastor Ricky Floyd twerking in front of our security cameras, or do you want to see me doing the I'm a piano dance? I think Ricky Floyd might be a little bit more
We're
interesting.
gonna see. We're gonna see.
Give it up for my wonderful co-host Angelica Jelly Words in the building. Yep. DJ Kojak in the building. DJ Kojak, scratch it up for him 4 times.
just
Danielle,
so
did you hear
into
that?
it.
Did you hear that scratch? Okay, I'm just making sure. All right, okay. Kirk, did you hear that scratch?
I heard the scratch.
Kirk Clayton in the building. Yeah, I think all of our segments are probably going to go over, man, because there's just so much to talk about with these wonderful guests. Now, Kirk Clayton, this is my guy. This is my brother. We done fought some wars together, but we had to be back to back fighting these good white folks off.
Who won? Who won?
Oh, we won. We won.
You don't take no L.
Hey, we were the bad boys before the movies.
Okay. I bet you I wasn't here taking no L.
Hey, look, and we got the scars to prove it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Kirk Casey Clayton in the building, man. He is a musician extraordinaire. He has been the music director for many, many people. He's also a music producer for many, many stars. Kirk, tell us. I don't even know where to start with you.
2-time
man.
Grammy nominated.
Let's start with the Grammy nomination.
Yeah, hello,
man.
Grammy.
Come on, man. Look at it, man. He been killing me.
Grammy.
Yeah, man. It's the look. It's the lean for me. Yeah, man. What did, man? Look. Let's talk about it, man. You're so funny, man. It's so funny. Look, yeah, man. So, I honestly do not know where to start with you. Let's start here. How did you get into music?
Officially, like most kids, I wanted to play ball, but my mom wanted me to take piano lessons.
Oh,
So I started taking piano lessons when I was like 6, 7 years old.
really?
But I hated it.
Yeah, but you love it now, don't
I
you?
love it now.
Right,
But
right.
shout out to my mom
Right.
and to my dad. God rest his soul. But my first official paying gig, I think I was 14 or 15 years old, and I actually got to go on the road with Rufus and Carla Thomas.
Oh, man.
That was, so
Oh, that had to be.
Yeah,
you
'cause-
had to get a wealth of knowledge.
well, just
From-
from them, and then from the band, because like my uncle was Andrew Love,
Okay.
From
Yeah,
Memphis Horns.
yeah.
and Andrew actually got me the gig.
Yeah, but you can't walk past Memphis Horns.
No,
man.
you can't.
Legendary.
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 Yeah. So, and that was one of my first big breaks.
Yeah.
And then, things went from there. Of course, I played at Mount Vernon Baptist Church.
Okay.
Reverend James
Yeah,
Arnetta's God rest his soul.
Yeah.
And back then, Mount Vernon was one of the first churches here that had like a full rhythm section.
Yeah.
We had a group called
yeah.
Revelation, Ralph Lofton and Jimmy Netters and all.
man. Yeah.
So those are like legends
Right.
in their own right.
Right.
And so I kind of came from that hybrid because, and in fact, Ruby Wilson, Queen of Ministry, was in the choir.
Man. Yeah, man.
So,
yeah,
so
this man done worked.
yeah, and later down the line, and I became her musical director, along with a lot of different people. And so I just been blessed to kind of be, I guess, in the right places at the right time.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to Memphis.
Yeah.
Because I literally grew up 5 blocks from Stacks.
Yeah.
I grew up in Glenview.
Yeah.
Malcolm and Willette.
Yeah.
So is that considered
Yeah,
South?
got the receipts. Huh?
South Memphis. That's
Okay,
South
I
Memphis.
got it right. I got
South
it right.
Memphis.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
got it
Know your areas. Know your areas. Know where
Thank you.
You gotta know where you're at around here now.
Listen, man.
Make sure you
The Black
clip
Girl
that.
from Iowa.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Make sure you clip
that's
that.
true. That's true.
I
That's
said
true.
South.
You know,
gotta learn.
Yeah.
As soon as you cross Lamar.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. See, I was
Girl from
right.
Iowa.
Yeah.
I got it right.
Yeah. Okay, we got a comment. What we got in the show?
Miss yours truly, Toya, who you need to shout out.
Yeah.
You need to show both videos.
All right. Okay. Hey. First of all, shout out to Toya.
Ooh,
Yours truly,
Toya. Turn up,
She's one of
Toya.
our biggest fans, our biggest supporters. I'm not gonna call her a fan. We'll call her a supporter, a partner. She's one of our biggest partners, and she's been watching the shows religiously. Thank
She
you
a
for
day
that.
one.
We will show both videos. The videos will be in the edited version, which will drop in the morning. So you got it, both videos. Thank you for that. But you didn't see the video, Toya? We saw the video. Why didn't you see?
Use
the
your
video?
imagination.
We played the video. You
Use
see it?
imagination.
I'm just kidding. Thank you, though. Thank you for always being there. We truly appreciate your support. Yeah, man. So, but before now, tell us some of the other people that you've been the music director for.
I'm still currently, back in the day, I was music director for the Barcades.
Oh, right.
Then I morphed from the Barcades and became music director. Well, I'm still currently music director for Confunction,
Right.
Howard Hewitt, Glenn Jones, Regina Bell, Karen White,
Oh, Jesus.
Sherelle, Alexander O'Neill. Then we did a tour called Masters of Funk.
I remember. Yeah.
Well, it was actually called United We Funk All Stars,
right.
which was sponsored by Tom Joyner, and it was SOS Band, Barcades, Confunction, the Dad's Band, and Charlie Wilson.
Man.
And so it was 30 people on stage,
Right.
all of us at one time.
Oh, man.
wow.
So
Yeah.
full horns, full rhythm
Man.
section, and actually we did like a live album
Man.
for that as well. It's called
Yeah.
United with Funk All Star.
Yeah.
And that tour was like
Crazy.
it was crazy
Yeah.
because I mean it was 3 hours. It was a 3-hour concert. We were actually the first band that actually did that because what we did we had a hybrid band. It was one band
Right.
with multiple
with
artists.
everybody, yeah.
Next thing you know, you saw Earth, Wind and Fire in Chicago do it,
Yeah.
and you have like a lot of rock acts that said we're gonna get one band. So we would like to
Create that formula.
we created
Innovation
that formula.
as always
Innovation
from Memphis,
always.
Always from Memphis. Yeah.
And then still doing Shalimar featuring Howard Hewitt, Carolyn Griffey,
Right, yeah.
Jeffrey Daniel,
Yeah.
and then also for about over 10 years I did like all the music for 3-6 Mafia, and, Al Capone and all those guys.
Yeah, you
So,
can't walk past that, man.
But you
walk
worked
back.
with Shaka Khan,
Yeah,
Stevie
Shaka-
Wonder.
Shaka Khan.
You produced tracks for Oprah Winfrey Show.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
hello,
actually,
you did. You just being a little too humble,
Yeah,
but
'cause
okay.
Oprah, actually, we did a TV show, and actually it was an album because Oprah wanted to start a label.
Wow.
A lot of people don't realize it.
Yeah.
So she had she had a series of episodes called Next Pop Star Challenge.
Okay.
So it was myself and my good friend from Chicago, Steve Silk Hurley. We were like the production team.
Yeah.
So every week they had like these artists come in, and basically they would have an elimination every week, and then the winner basically won a record deal with Sony.
Yeah.
And so basically Oprah. So
Who came out of that though? You remember?
her name is I forgot her name. Her name is Linnell. I forgot her name. It was like
Okay.
but Oprah, this is when she was based in Chicago.
Yeah.
I gotta say, boy, that was a class act situation. I mean, because a lot of stuff had to be done at the last minute. So I would be out on tour, and and her assistant say, "Hey, oh, where are you now? Or we need you back in Chicago."
Right.
So they
would send the plane.
fly me back to Chicago.
Right. Wow.
I mean, most time we was in the studio, but even then, when we got to the hotel, it'd be like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
But the kitchen stayed open for us.
Yeah.
And in fact, the kitchen stayed open for us. I'm talking about lobsters, whatever you wanted.
I bet it's Oprah.
Plus,
Lord.
they had X amount of per diem in your room.
Yeah.
Nice.
Set up. And then when we finished the project, she sent all of us a bottle of Cristal.
Oh,
I
heard that.
I still got it.
Man, we need to pop that bottle, man.
No, we can't pop it. Man.
Don't bring it in here. Don't bring it in
But
here.
yeah, no, but that was a nice situation,
Yeah.
And once again, being in the right place at the right time and doing right by people,
Yeah.
I believe that's me. I always say if you do right,
Yeah.
right will follow you.
Yeah, a good brother, man. Always been a good brother, man. Always been solid. Seriously, man.
100.
Always
I try.
100.
And,
try.
I mean, and consistent though. Consistently solid. I
try.
we were both on the music commission.
Yes.
We told some of these stories when Carlos Brody was on here, man. And and the people, other people, the business community was trying to hijack
Steal.
black music.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and seriously, and the
Literally.
entire black music industry in Memphis, right?
Oh yeah.
And we were a solid no, right?
Yeah,
and
totally.
and they it's different when the business community get mad at you.
Yeah.
Because this when they start using their money, to
yeah.
to try to assassinate you. And,
Yeah, their money,
The
their
blackball you.
reputation.
right there. Yeah, they try to tear
I've
you
been
up.
in the business for over
Right.
30 years.
Right.
Right. We haven't.
Right. And it was interesting, but there was a war, and we literally won that war. And one of the casualties of that war was, they funded my opponent in the city council race that when I ran first, to a tune of about $300,000.
Okay, so that's new information.
Yeah.
And we need to piece that with the other
and
stories.
so-
Trust me. It was-
And what was interesting about that time is that I always believe that what God has for me, He has for me, right? And so it wasn't city council, but less than a year and a half later, I was the state representative. And now them
that's
same
it.
folks are coming to me asking me for shit.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
But me and Kurt, you know, we in them fights, man.
Yeah.
And he never wavered. Never ever wavered.
I know.
Okay.
Right. We were standing back to back, man, fighting
Yeah.
the most powerful people in the city of Memphis.
Yeah, 'cause
Literally.
we had to right the ship because actually what happened was when we were there, the executive director left.
Right. Right.
So there was no executive director
So
of the
we
music
were
commission. We were
running
on the
it.
music, so we were basically having to keep that ship
Oh,
afloat
Lord.
Yeah.
until they brought in the new
that's a
executive. Which,
scary
And we
shit.
brought in the new executive.
and we brought in the new
Scary
executive
shit.
He's
director.
gonna be on the show next
Johnny-
week.
And it's Johnny Walker.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you
Yeah.
get a piece of all
Uh-oh.
of it. Right.
Oh yeah. So,
Yeah.
but even during that time, it was a lot of stuff that we were having to fight. You know, and we weren't fighting for ourselves. Keep in mind, you know, like we
Yeah.
love our
Yeah.
city, but we were fighting for the
The
people.
culture.
The culture and
Yeah.
the people that didn't have a voice.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Because
and they didn't know how the system worked.
what was so interesting was when you try to explain this to people, you know, like, and we tried to say it in the most eloquent terms that we could say, hey, listen, the music industry in Memphis was built on the backs of Black people.
Yes.
They have to be at the table.
Yes.
And you know, and they were like, nah, we got it. And it happened
That's
because
years ago.
3-6 Mafia, and you too, were you part of that?
Yeah.
Won an Emmy. Or
No,
not
no,
Emmy,
we won
an Oscar.
Yeah, won an Oscar.
Won an
Yeah.
Oscar. And when they saw 3-6 Mafia that won that Oscar, all of a sudden the money bulbs
The
went
light
off.
bulb,
Not the light
yeah,
bulbs, the
the
money bulbs.
money bulb.
Like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
They won an Oscar.
Yeah.
Right?
Now keep
So-
in mind this is history making.
Yeah.
3-6
Yeah.
Mafia is the first hip hop group to ever win an Academy Award.
Never
not
knew that.
Run DMC, not LL Cool J,
Right.
not
Never knew
Will
that.
Smith. 3-6
Right.
Mafia, Memphis own. So
Yeah.
Memphis has two firsts. Isaac Hayes was the first Black to win an Academy Award for original song with Shaft.
Right.
3-6 Mafia was the first hip hop group to win for original song.
Okay, history. He
Period.
coming through with the history.
Period.
Okay.
For Hard Here for a Pimp.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, and I was blessed to be a part of that situation.
Yeah. And we got Al Capone coming too. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's part of that story too.
Full
Oh, yeah.
circle.
Yep, yep.
Going
Yeah.
full
That's
circle.
my
I'm
dude.
scared.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so when the white business community saw that, you know, they decided they wanted to take it.
That's normal. They
And
like to take
and
things.
you know, but without, you know, without the true without, you know, the Black folks who built the industry
Yeah.
being at the head of the table, which is where they should have been.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we would appreciate you just funding it.
Yeah.
But don't try to take it over. And they tried to bring and you know, and the good guy, they tried to bring
Mm-hmm.
in a guy whose music business experience was that of being in a garage band.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, wow, that's
yeah,
low.
yeah,
That was a
seriously.
low petty.
Seriously, I'm
Make
not
sure you
gonna
do a
call him
petty
his name.
bell when you
I'm not gonna call his name.
record.
He was a cool dude, but
Yeah.
and you know, really nice guy, but
Yeah,
we had,
He
the
wasn't
pow-
qualified.
No, well, the people that were pulling the strings,
yeah,
basically, he was taking his orders from them,
Got you.
right.
and so all he was doing was technically his job,
He was just doing puppets
yeah,
him.
yeah.
you know, and so he was being
He was
instructed
being paid,
to do.
though.
Yeah,
You know,
he was
yeah.
being paid.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, he was being paid for some of the funds that he actually came from
Right.
the music commission.
That's right. That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
Lord.
So a lot of
That's
the,
right.
a lot of the backdoor deals.
And so, you know, for us, we were like, man, look, we got this sister who is the number 3 person under Russell Simmons at Def Jam,
Def Jam.
who's from the area, you know, and her name is Johnny Walker. And we said, let's put her at the head of it. She has industry experience,
not just that,
and marketing.
She
experience.
broke records.
Yes.
She broke. This is how we do it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She
And
broke
more.
those records and
Oh,
more.
Yeah.
She
yeah,
left
yeah.
Def Jam and went with Steven Spielberg to
Yes.
help start
His label.
his label.
That's right. That's right.
So you trying to
She's
say
coming on the show next week.
Okay,
Yeah.
Memphis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And so that was
Boss
who,
lady,
that was
Johnny
who
Walker.
Johnny Walker was our choice, but they was like over their dead bodies. Will they bring this Black woman in here to run this?
Yeah, that sounds
And,
about
and
right.
that's where the fight began.
Oh
That
yeah.
sounds about
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And Johnny Walker became the executive director anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we won that fight.
Oh yeah.
Kurt, I have a question for you, Kurt. Like most of our guests who are successful, which you're beyond successful, and you started your story at the age of 14 when you got your break, which was pretty early. 14. I mean, that's not
Yeah.
normal. Have you ever had a time where you felt like you wanted to give up? Because a lot of people don't have. Some people don't have obstacles. I mean, at least she.
Well,
didn't, the last
first
person
of all,
didn't.
there's going to always be challenges. There's going to always be frustration, especially one thing that we have to understand, especially when it comes to music and Black music. You know, first of all, in music general, people view this as a hobby.
Yeah.
They don't view it as a career.
Yeah.
You know, because especially if you tell people you're a musician, they say, okay, what's your real job?
Yeah.
That's just how they approach it. You know, not realizing that as a musician, as an artist, you've been studying your craft longer than a lawyer, than a doctor. You've been studying since you were 4, 5, 6 years old.
Exactly.
You know, going all through high school, going all through college. Whereas if you become a doctor, you don't think about being a doctor until after you finish. But once you go start college, right? So a lot of times that's part of the frustration. And on top of that, not only is it frustrating, but at the same time, they try to belittle what you do. And at the same time, they try to pay you, you know, a belittled wage.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
So those are some of the fights that, you know, I fought, you know, all the time I was playing out on Bill Street and things like that, because my thing was, listen, you know, you're going to pay me what I'm worth.
Yeah.
Or else I can walk.
But you know, as a people, we have a problem with doing that. The other, I want to use the other people. They have no problem with saying no. I want more, because we have a tendency to take the first offer.
Well,
or we don't want to challenge or go back and challenge it.
What happens is, and it goes through a history of this country. What they try to do, they try to pit us against each other.
Yeah.
So you know your worth.
Right.
You know your worth. But at the same time, and they know what your worth is, but they feel if they can pit someone against you, they can come in and do what you do for less.
Yeah.
Then they're going to try to hire, not because she's qualified, not because they're qualified, but because they can get them cheaper.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll rather have cheaper labor than great labor. So we got to understand how those. So that's why, you know, even for you and Touche and I for years, we were like, listen, we got to bring this community together and just say, listen, let's have a scale.
There you go. There you go.
Let's have a scale.
Come on,
so
man.
at that point, the choice is not about what's cheap. It's about what's best for your club or what's best for your situation. If you start off with a wage, if you start off with a set price, whatever that number is, now nobody's uncutting anybody. No, everybody can work and eat because it's enough for everybody to eat.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we don't understand it, and you was talking about this earlier. That's one thing, and you and John was talking about this. That's one thing that this city has been deprived of. They've been deprived of the infrastructures that show them how to grow their wealth. Their wealth. You know, like when you go to Atlanta, Nashville, places like that, you see how music is a thriving industry.
Yeah.
Here, it's just a way of life that we do, but they don't look at it as a thriving industry. So that way they feel like they can undercut you and say, well, you know, yeah, you want to do production, but we don't want to only pay you this. But meanwhile, that exact same person that only want to pay you X amount of dollars, they'll go down to Atlanta
Paying full strength.
and pay full strength, you know, and bust their butt to give them the money.
Yeah.
Which speaks to why we lose so much of our talent.
Yeah,
to
they
Atlanta.
move. You said that.
We
You
said
said
that
they
in the early
move.
segment. Yeah.
Well, but once again, it goes back to you. It's like if you know you go to another city, how you have to conduct yourself. So that means you have the mentality to conduct yourself a certain way, right?
Yeah.
So you know if you go to Atlanta, you gotta have that money set. You gotta come in with. You gotta have your marketing and promotion. You gotta already have some things going on. So what changes your mind? Why did your mindset change while you on the road driving 600 miles away?
Versus when you're in Memphis.
Versus when you're in Memphis,
Right.
when you got all the exact same situations in your back pocket.
Yeah.
You got producers, you
Right.
got studios, you got
Right.
writers, you got engineers, you got musicians, you got everything, talent. You got people that do marketing, PR. You got everything in your backyard, and they're willing to work with you.
Yeah.
But you don't want to give them the exact same level of respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's-
You said
it's-
you said a lot
It
there.
did. It sure did.
You know,
It
so
sure did.
so that's the main thing that's why for me I've never left here. People think I tell people all day long I live in Memphis, but I work everywhere else. I love Memphis, and I do a lot of work here. But at the same time, when I work with someone, when I bring an artist in, before we even turn on one machine, we got to talk about the business.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they don't understand how the business works,
Yeah.
and they think it's supposed to just be given to them. You know, and you're supposed to just do this. Well, you got this now. Yeah, well, it took me X amount of years to get where I am.
Yeah.
You can't get to where I'm at overnight. You know, they can't come in and take what you got.
Right.
You know, but they want to get all your wealth and all your
Right.
knowledge,
Yeah.
and all your wealth and all your
Yeah.
knowledge
Right.
in 2 days,
Right.
and it took you 20 years to build what you got.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't want to put the time in.
Right.
We want a shortcut. We got a
Right.
popcorn mentality. Instant.
Well, we have it here, but once again, when they go other places, they understand it's got to be your time.
Yeah.
You know, you got to build this situation,
Yeah.
and they respect when other people say it. You know,
which is weird, but you know,
Yeah.
speaking of
You said it's weird.
Speaking of business,
It's weird.
you know, we got to give Billboard the business because Billboard named their top 10 female rappers. So I'm
Female rappers?
the top 10 female rappers. So I ain't gonna even tell you what the list is. If you hadn't read the article yet, Kurt. But in your estimation, give me your top 3 female rappers
of all time.
of all time.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
In your estimation, give me your top 3 female rappers
Of all time.
of all time.
Top 3 of all time.
Yeah.
MC Light.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Queen Latifah.
Oh, that's another good one. Another good one.
Nobody recent.
Man, it's kind of
One
hard.
more.
It's kind of hard to just put it down to 3. MC Light, Queen Latifah, and I gotta say Salt and Pepper.
Okay. He went with the classics.
Nobody
Well,
recent.
because you got to understand, they're the ones that knocked down the door
Yeah.
for the females to be doing what they're doing now.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have
Yeah.
Meg, Light, or Glorilla. We wouldn't have any of them had those ladies not paved that path.
Yeah.
Because for a long time it was still a male-dominated industry.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
Angelica, give me your top 3 female rappers.
Yeah, see my face right now.
Right. I hope we got that shot.
Come on
I know
now.
Michelle did. Michelle gonna get
Can
a
I
shot.
say I don't care?
Right.
Does it matter if I say I don't care?
No, yeah, it matters because you carried in the pre-meeting. Now all of a sudden you done got new. You done had.
Now
you
we
done,
bring up.
what are we drinking?
no pause.
What are we drinking?
Bring up the footage.
is it because I had my list first?
Right. Well,
Bring up the footage.
You got change.
I don't have one.
Summer
As you see, mine is full.
Her third one is full.
Yeah, her third one is full.
Her third one is full.
Now, Kurt, we've been having a one-on-one conversations over here. Now, okay, don't have me ask you no hard questions. Okay, now let's try this again.
I'm already with
This is.
Her third one.
I don't really listen to rap like that.
Okay.
I mean, off the list. Y'all,
What is list? Let me see this.
I ain't letting you see the list. We ain't let Kojak got this. I'm just kidding.
because it just be. Ooh.
Angelica, you Kojaking the shit out of us.
No,
right
I
now,
mean,
right?
I don't. I listen. I just nobody like. Ooh, I want to turn it on. There's
Okay,
not
let me give you a little time. DJ Kojak, you
There's
might as
not.
well
You
Kojak
ain't gonna
this
force
Kojak.
me. He think he
Right.
hard me to decide.
Well,
Uh-oh.
I love the classics, so I gotta go with Kurt on the
No,
MC Light.
you can't.
So this one I'm gonna give you 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 2 from the old school and 2 from the
Oh,
new
how
school.
come I can't do that?
You can do
I'm gonna
it.
do
I mean, you
that.
can-
Now,
Kojak
old
make up his
school-
own rules.
Yeah, I'm
as you
telling
see.
you.
From the
Go ahead.
old
We lucky
school,
to even get an answer.
we gonna-
Right. Yeah.
I'm on the summer beat, so we good tonight.
Okay.
Okay, that's what this
So
break is.
okay,
Summer
I'm gonna
beats.
give you MC Light definitely,
Okay.
and I like Eve. She hit it.
Yeah.
She hit the market
Okay.
hard, and
Yeah.
you know I just
Yeah.
her delivery
Okay.
was on off the.
And she had a message.
Now new, I want to go. I gotta go with Nikki. She got some crazy, but she's rapped on. She's rapped on songs with some of the top artists, male artists, and killed it. So I got to go with Nikki, and I got to go with our hometown Glorilla.
Okay.
She
You give it up for
Frazier.
Glo.
I'm
Yeah,
Frazier.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta
All right.
give it to her. She
She
killing.
made Kojak
She killing
top
right.
4.
She killing the game right now.
Okay, Kojak, give me one more. We'll make it top 5.
Let's see.
Oh God.
Let's see.
Oh shit! Why did I ask him for another? Right.
Let me,
Okay.
Let me give you 2
Kurt.
more. So I gave you 3, right?
Oh yeah, you gave me 2. Give me 2
All
more.
right. So I love Glow,
Yeah.
but there would be no Glow without Gangsta Boo.
Oh yeah, that man. You know what? Yeah,
You know what I'm
buddy.
saying?
DJ can't
So-
play that.
so once
I gotta-
again,
I
Man,
gotta-
that
I
album,
gotta
man,
bring
Inquiring
Blue in there.
Minds, bro.
That's all I'm saying.
Inquiring Minds.
That's all I'm
was-
saying.
Was the
You know-
man? I had that thing on repeat from Memphis to
over
Nashville.
and over.
Yeah.
over, and
And
it
I
was like a
wrote-
mixtape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, did you do production?
I did some.
That was an incredible album, though, man.
Man, you did some
Incredible.
work. Man, amazing
You know,
work.
those, I mean, Paul and Juicy,
Yeah.
man, those guys are, you know.
Yeah.
And I got a chance to go out on the road with Boo DJing by him.
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Boo
So I
was-
saw a live. I mean, we did some
Yeah.
great shows, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready, Angelica? You got a list?
The girl I like her name is Lady London. Have you heard of her?
Ooh, yeah.
She is so slept on. Like, listen, her lyrics, thank you. Besides that, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Nicki Minaj, I like Moment for Life. That motivated me in some dark times. But everything else is like Ratchet Shake Your Booty, Ho, Make That Breathe. Hands on your knee. But you know, okay. Megan Stallion, I like her resilience because she don't care, and she did a lot of. She had a lot of scrutiny with that case, so for that reason,
they're moving the needle.
Yeah, she.
moving big numbers.
Yeah, she. I always say that's Megan.
Yeah,
and I said Nikki, and then London Lamar. Not London Lamar.
London Lamar. Shout out to London Lamar. She said
London Lamar, you talking about me?
Right. That is hilarious. London Lamar, one of the top 5 rappers in the.
You know they call her Megan Stallion though. She looks like her.
Right. So I would say Cardi B.
Yeah.
Definitely
her story.
in the top, but she's a cold rapper now though. She, lyrically, she's coming with it lyrically, which surprised me.
Yeah.
Which and then you look at the numbers. She's selling.
She was gonna be my number 5.
Not me, because she
was-
talked a lot of shit on them shows, so she got shit to talk.
But she
So,
lyrically,
the skills are there now.
The skills are her skills are
the skills were always there. She just needed the opportunity.
Her story is awesome. I like her story.
So I'll say Cardi B. I say Cardi B probably my number 1.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
And and I'm not a super fan of Cardi B, but I think lyrically, talent wise, definitely in that top. MC Light definitely. It was somebody else that I had, man, that y'all had missed.
What about Foxy Brown?
Rage.
I was gonna say Lady Rage. Foxy Brown.
Yeah, Foxy Brown.
Yeah, Lil' Kim. Oh man, Lil' Kim.
Yeah.
Back then, Lil' Kim.
Lil' Kim.
Yeah, that Lil' Kim back then.
I messed with Lil' Kim.
Back then.
And for the up and comings, I got to give it up to Glow. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. Because she, when FNF came out, we was like, okay, but can she do it again? And she did it
keep doing it again.
and again. So I gotta give a shout out to Glorilla.
Yeah, she's letting the industry know, and she's letting Memphis know, and she's letting the infrastructures here know that you can come from Memphis in this era. And be successful and take your situation to the next level. So she's
and you look at timing too. You look at timing in the industry. Memphis is already top of the food chain. We talked about that. We talked about how many. We talked about the Yo Gottis. We talked about Moneybag Yo. Dolph. You still had 3-6. You had all the people coming out 3-6 camp. 8-Ball MJG. You had all of these. These are Tila.
Tila, Al Capone, Gangsta Pat,
Project Pat, Pretty Tony. Right. And there was an infrastructure set, for our artists to be at top of the food chain. But guess what? There was no female artists coming out of it. And Glorilla popped that thing. But here's who my honorable mention is, that I think she's the most slept on female rapper in the nation, actually, from Memphis. Juicy Fruit.
Oh
yeah. I don't know if y'all heard it, but lyrically, she is the best female artist out there lyrically. Period.
It's another that.
Okay, who you got? What you got?
Well, she's starting to put her stuff back out there. And so be on the lookout for her. Hopefully,
you producing?
Huh?
You producing? Look, I'm just like, look out.
I would love to. I would love to, but her name is Richie.
Okay.
And she is Al Capone's cousin.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna have to look for her. We need to get her on the show.
And she is a beast.
Really?
I mean, I did a couple of things with her. When I say like,
she the real deal.
She the real deal.
Real
deal. And she's a battle rapper too.
Okay.
She going in.
She one of them.
Oh, she's a lyricist.
She's a lyricist.
Okay, gotcha.
So she got.
That's Lady London. That girl, she a beast. Look her up. We're gonna look her up. Thank you. You know who it is. Y'all, watch. Y'all said Jellica said it first. Y'all, she is a beast.
I think I know who you're talking about. Is that it might be somebody else. What I'm talking about is from
we left somebody off important though.
Who?
LaConte, okay?
Oh yeah.
At all times she works. She our producer.
LaConte over there.
LaConte, Michelle, and Rico produced for us. So they got that transition.
Memphis got a lot of talent.
Right.
That's you gotta understand that.
Yeah, man. So look, y'all give it up for my guy,
Yeah.
K Sizzle. Clayton.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Honor, it's an honor.
Kurt, real quick because we got about 30 seconds. What you got coming up, man?
I got a couple tours. The Memphis Music Hall of Fame band. We're going over to Italy.
Okay.
We're gonna be the house band. We're gonna be playing behind Gerald Richardson, Jerome Chisholm,
Nice.
Jonathan Ellison, and Miss Wendy Moulton over that.
Nice.
And then after I come back from that, the whole month of August, I'll be on tour with Shalimar featuring Howard Hill,
right.
Jeffrey Daniel, Carolyn Griffey.
Right.
We're gonna be, doing that situation.
Right.
Then,
Shout out to Carolyn Griffin.
And then I'll still be going back out with Confunction and actually getting ready to do a live gospel record.
Okay.
And hopefully in October with my boy Glenn Jones.
Glenn.
Yeah. He started out as gospel.
We've only just begun, Lord.
Oh, Jesus. He might press charge or something.
So we got a lot of things in the works. So,
That's what's up. Hey, y'all, coming up next year, there was a woman who was about to get married, and she canceled her wedding because she found out her fiance had some gay moments in college. And so we're going to talk about that when we come up in the next segment. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. We'll be right back.
Guessing to find you. I always in the mood. I told you, you always wanted something like this. Hold on to you.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Elise Neal. You are watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Stay tuned.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. You're watching the fastest growing visual podcast in the Memphis market. And what is this? A summer breeze, Angelica?
I don't know. It was. Show them your glass. It was or something. I don't know what it is.
Let me just show them yours.
There ain't nothing. Show mine.
Glass. That
That is not mine. He's gonna
You're right. Thank you. Hey, give it up for my wonderful co-host, Angelica Jelly Woods. Make her feel welcome. Make her feel great. Yeah.
Thank you.
DJ Kojak in the building. DJ Kojak, what's up, baby? DJ Kojak,
Really?
scratch it up for him 4 times so Rico can hear that.
Bam. You hear that?
Oh yeah, I heard that.
You hear that, Rico?
Rico, you ain't got time for the nonsense.
Y'all, hold up. This is a moment in history.
Yes.
On the Antonio Parkinson
Come
Project.
on now.
Our sound guy, who's always behind the scenes, Rico, is now making his camera debut. Y'all give it up for him. Look, Rico came with his player hat.
Ready, okay?
Right.
Saw that.
Look, Rico put both earrings in. Look, got his player glasses on. Look, man, welcome. First of all, welcome back, man. We're
Yes,
so
happy
honored,
to
so
see
happy
you.
to have you back,
It's
bro.
a blessing to be
We
back.
miss you, man. We miss you, man. Y'all don't know, but some of y'all do. Those that have been following, I know yours truly, Toya knows. She's been following from the beginning,
Yes,
right?
day one.
When our earlier days of doing the Antonio Parkinson Project, sometimes we'd have sound, sometimes we wouldn't, right? Right. Sometimes we have visual, sometimes we wouldn't. There was one time there was one show we did a whole show
with a good guest
with a
now.
good guest.
Oh,
and
I ain't gonna tell you who the guest
didn't have any
was.
sound.
Hey,
Awesome guest.
but remember, I wasn't here that day.
Oh,
Yeah, you weren't here that day.
I wasn't here that day.
So
that's why.
Look, yeah. Neither was I, Rico. I wasn't here that day either, Rico. Right. Yeah, but Rico, and it's twofold. Number one, it's Rico's first day back. We're glad to have him back. Secondly, Rico is a soundman, has been a professional soundman for how many years now? And pull up to that mic a little bit, or do you need
30-some years.
30-something years? 30-something years. Who all have you done work with? In regards with sound.
Work with, there's probably like 30, 40 different artists.
Okay.
From the Spinners, I did stuff with Stevie Wonder. That's my biggest thing that I ever done. Confunction.
Yeah.
I started off with a band called The Dealers, which
Yep.
is my family.
Right.
And that's how I kind of learned this business. And also, big shout out to William Brown and Henry Bush. Those are two guys that taught me how to do what I do.
Yeah, man. William Brown was cold. William Brown engineered one of my sessions, man. My first studio sessions. William Brown, me, William Brown, and SMK at Royal Studio.
Man,
At Royal Studio.
those guys were serious. I mean,
Yeah.
they used to
Yeah,
make
man.
me sit down and just really listen to what I was listening to.
Man, William Brown's ear, man, was
that's what I'm talking
oh,
about.
God, man,
That's what I'm
and
talking
absolutely incredible,
That's what I'm
man.
talking about.
Man, he hears
See,
stuff.
Henry Bush was the same
Yeah,
way.
uh-huh.
He was the same way. You know,
Yeah.
he gonna make you learn it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then he gonna take you somewhere and put the pressure on you. You gonna say, "I'll be back."
right, right.
Leave you on your own.
Right.
Leave
You
me
remember that
alone.
too, Kurt, right? Yeah,
You know,
But that's the best way to learn, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You
throw 'em in
can't
the fire.
tell me stuff. I need to apply what I
Right,
learned
throw 'em in
real
the
quick.
fire.
Or I'm gonna
you
lose
talk
it.
about sweating like a slave. Man, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said, it gave me confidence.
Yeah.
Another
yeah.
person that gave me confidence is a guy named he used to own Pro Audio.
Oh yeah.
you know, you talking about the white guy?
Smith, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't think of
I know
his
you're
first
talking
name,
about.
but Smith.
Yeah.
Man,
You remember Pro Audio used to do this? Yeah, used to
Like I
provide
said,
our sound.
exactly
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Man, one time we were doing some stuff on Beale Street. He gave me the little small setup. Come around and said, "Man, this stuff sounds better than this stage." Took me to the next stage. It was doing Music Fest.
Yeah.
When he used to be down there on Beale Street.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And took me to the next stage. Then come back about 20 minutes later. Said, "Wait a minute, hold up." Took me to the main stage. Man, gave
Yeah.
me that confidence.
Yeah.
Ever since then, it was just
That's awesome, though, man.
man.
You know, and you think about it, and
Dave Smith.
Dave Smith,
Smith.
yeah, Dave Smith, yeah. And you think about it, you know, folks like yourself, Kurt, myself, Kojak, most of us, we learn this stuff on the go, right? We didn't go to no schools and no universities to learn and how to work a board or how to work Pro Tools or Logic or and all this equipment, and especially when we went from when we went from the analog age to the digital age. Oh my God!
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Oh, give me one of your give me the funniest story from you.
Funniest
Yeah.
This is no joke.
Okay.
I'm
I
scared.
promise you,
I'm
this
scared.
is a true story.
True story.
Come on.
I'm
When
scared.
Eddie Murphy was real hot, where he had the show with the
With the tight leather
red
pants on
right.
Yeah.
and the cat
Raw.
suit, the leather cat
remember the
suit.
Bus Boys?
Okay.
I remember the
Bus
Bus
Boys.
Boys.
I remember the name of the bus boys. Yeah.
It was a band. I
Okay.
mean,
Okay.
At
Yeah.
that time,
I remember the bus
they
boys.
had a real man.
They had a little corny commercial song out there back in the day. Yeah.
But the band that I was traveling
Yeah,
with
that's
called
right.
the Dealers.
Yeah. I know
Right.
the dealers are.
We used to do a lot of stuff with them. Right? And there's one place in Texas used to be called the Aggie Cowboy Show.
Okay.
3
Yeah.
years in a
Yeah.
row.
Yeah.
3 years
was
in a
that
row.
in
I
Austin?
fell off the stage.
3 years in a row. What?
You still
I
on
fell
the
off the
stage.
stage.
3 years in a row you fell off the stage?
3 years in a row, I fell off the
Rico,
stage.
how you fall off the stage 3 years in a row? The same stage, Rico.
Man. But that's the truth. That's the concept.
Yeah. Right.
Were you intoxicated?
So the
No.
second time.
Well, I don't drink like that.
Right.
Okay.
Other things with my.
I got you. Now, you was under the influence.
Right.
Yeah, like that.
Right.
I got
Well,
you.
what was one of your highs though in
Stephen
the
Wonder,
business?
no doubt.
Tell us about that.
Well,
Tell us how you got there and tell us about it.
same thing. Dave Smith. We used to do the Kojic convention every year.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people don't know is the Kojic convention, they have a midnight concert.
Oh.
And it'd always be
I didn't know
top of
that.
the line artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did Kirk Franklin and Family, Yolanda Adams, Stevie Wonder. This one now I can't think his name, but he's real hot now, but he was just up and coming then.
Yeah.
Did them. Man, there's a lot of different artists. I used
Yeah.
to do it every year.
Yeah.
And one year, I came in, it was on a Sunday. Had a gig with the Dealers that night, the night before, that Saturday night, drove me into Memphis, and I'm sitting at the board, man, tired as I don't know what.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Stevie Wonder walks in. You
Man.
know,
Got some energy.
I'm talking about waking up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Like,
then that night, I didn't run sound that night. I was just more like that's a stage hand.
you're right.
But it's just the honor of being able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're part of it. You're
Yeah.
part of the team.
I mean, and it's something I'll never forget.
Yeah.
It's something
Yeah.
I'll never forget.
Yeah, man, that's incredible, man. Because thank God that Stevie Wonder is still around, today. But we can't expect those folks to last forever. Kurt, we know Kurt. Me and Kurt was around. We actually met Sam Phillips. you know, who discovered Elvis. You know, we could easily hang out with Isaac Hayes when Isaac Hayes was alive. Yeah.
Isaac Hayes, my daddy was one of his very first drummers.
Wow.
My daddy was one of his very first drummers.
Yeah. That's incredible.
What's his name?
James Marable.
Okay, James Brown. Okay, yeah.
And at the time, William Brown and Henry was working sound.
Yeah.
His bodyguard, I wish I could find this guy's name, Ned. But I wish I could find him. Yeah, like I said, Ned was his bodyguard.
Yeah.
They used to sit me at the board.
Yeah.
And that was my first interest in different things.
Wow.
And then, like I said, I was a baby.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and William Brown and Henry Bush used to, what they do, I used to ask them what they do. They'd turn it down and say, turn the knob.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then years later when I got with the
You turn the
dealers,
knobs.
and they
Right,
seen,
right.
but at the time the knobs was like dinosaur knobs.
Right. Yeah.
Big knobs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then years later, God have it, we ran into each other again.
Ain't that something?
You know?
You know, it's interesting because you know you pointed out a point, and Kurt Clayton pointed out the same point. You see this lineage in music, right? My dad did such and such, and then you know next thing you know you growing up in the music business, right? And that's interesting. You know, my roots are from Oakland. You know, my father was he started out as a DJ. My brother Lance Strickland in Oakland, he plays bass and produces, and you know he started with Hammer. Right, Hammer grew up in our household, right, and I never lived with them. You know, I lived in was born in Oakland, but I grew up in L.A. and finished high school in Texas, and so I didn't meet that side of my family till I was 35. But we were all doing the same thing, doing music.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
So this young sister, you know, she was about to get married, and you know, so she found out that her fiance had some gay experiences while he was in college.
Okay.
And so she came, look at Rico.
And counselors, he read it all. Look, hold on.
So she canceled the wedding.
Because I slept with a few dudes in the past in college does not mean you're going to sit there and call the wedding off. It was in college. Right now, no. Right now, college. It was in college. Oh, for the love of God. It was in college. It was in college. You act like you were never curious before. You never messed around with. I'm a good man. Any woman will want a man like me. Any woman will want a man like me. Like me. So you go ahead and try to throw me away. You go ahead and try. You go ahead and try. Like I said, let me tell you something. You will never find another man like me. You will never find another man like me. You're judging me. And that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. For what? For what? College. I'm a different man now. Serious. You're not serious. It's not finished. 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 It's because I can be. Because you're judging me. Because I slept with a few guys.
To me, see, I'm old school.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? If you had gay experiences, then you know what I'm saying. To me, you gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Because
God, we about to turn
sooner or
the
later,
corner.
you might want to do it again.
You might have that itch again, but
Yeah,
that might be
yeah,
like being a hoe.
Well, you know, hey,
What? How did that? Show me the
you
correlation.
ain't got to call me out my name while I'm sitting here.
Thank you. It might be a hoe. Yeah, there's people who go marry hoes. They have these tendencies. How you don't know that hoe tendency ain't gonna leak back up in your spirit?
Everybody go through their whole days.
No, Parkinson. Everybody, just because you was a hoe, don't mean everybody was a hoe.
Everybody go through their
Rico,
whole
what'd
days.
you say?
I take the fifth.
Thank you. But I'm saying there's a risk. I'm saying there's a risk. Kurt, do we need a? Do y'all get what I'm saying?
Angelica.
Thank you.
You didn't go through your whole days, Angelica.
I was never a hoe. We had this. I gave y'all my body count on camera.
Angelica, but you said you had multiple boyfriends at one time.
That was not a hoe.
Oh, okay. Go Jack. Yeah.
Well, let me say this here too. When I was clowning, I didn't have a girlfriend. I didn't have a significant other in no kind of way.
You was going through your whole days, Rico.
So nobody
I
was
just
with
to
you.
make sure they knew.
Nobody
I
was
date.
with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When you going through your whole days, Rico.
No, Rico. Somebody went with you. You just didn't go with them. Because they're always,
but honestly, I used to let them know from Jump Street.
Don't matter.
I be out of town all the time. Your birthday, I'm gonna be gone.
Right.
Don't matter.
Christmas, I'm gonna be gone.
That made them want you
What
more.
about the Womack say?
That's what
Womack say?
That's what make them want you more. When you said that.
That's on them.
That's on them. Oh, you was one of them,
Right,
Rico.
right.
Okay,
That's
I got
on
you.
them.
I got
You
you.
know, I have a house with.
Rico,
laid
did
it
you
out
say,
there.
Rico, did you say, listen, I'm in my whole days right now. You know,
Okay, basically
don't wait for
around
me.
the way.
Like Morris Day said, don't wait for me.
But you know, Morris Day used to say, "While the loose."
Right, yeah, that's right. Right.
That's how it's got to be.
But so should she had canceled the wedding?
I would have postponed it.
Yeah, I probably would have too. I probably because, like I said, I don't know what you're gonna do down the line.
You would have canceled it.
I would have canceled.
Angelica, what do you say?
I would have postponed it.
What would you have postponed it for until when? Based
Okay,
on
well,
what?
I can't go into that in depth because I'm not in that situation.
What
but
you gonna do,
until
test
I
it?
had a better understanding, because there's things that happen in people past that they can't. That's like saying, "Oh God, let me choose my words before I get clipped."
You're getting clipped anyway.
Because it may have just been like, okay.
You may
Oh
have
God,
just had
I'm
a
not
gay
gonna use
moment.
that. Yeah, like there's somebody I know that may. I'm gonna give that example either.
A man?
Oh no.
Oh, why you say? Wait a minute. Did you see the response? Oh no. Why is it? So that's why. Why is it different for a man?
What people say, and this is not me. I'm going to give you.
Look, that's the disclaimer.
It just takes a different type of to be too hard things together, opposed to too soft.
What do you
Y'all
mean
can
that?
do.
What do
Y'all
you
can
mean
let
that,
y'all
Zoe?
imaginations go where it's gonna go.
What do you mean
It takes a
that?
whole. You get a Malik. No, the intern is gonna say yes. Yeah, it's not her. Yeah. It takes a different. That's a different type of.
So should she have canceled the wedding?
I already answered. I said she should have postponed it.
I mean, till when? Till she tests him out?
No,
What,
I would have
until-
did. Well, I don't know if they got
Does she need
counseling.
to
I
wait
would
for
did
Cuba
counseling
Bread and
because.
see if he responds.
Got a comment.
Okay. Well,
Okay, oh
let me
Lord,
give you a break.
thank you,
Yeah,
viewer.
You saved her. What's the comment?
Jesus. Oh, now y'all could have kept that comment. He gonna do that. He gonna tell you his thoughts
I thought
anyway.
you never asked.
Oh God. Oh Lord.
So my thing is this. You know, if a man has a gay experience, I think he should disclose that to somebody he's about to marry.
True.
Yeah, because God forbid you get married and then here comes Lil Sebastian showing up and saying, "Hey." Right. Sorry, all the people named Sebastian out there. That's the only name in my head. Doesn't mean you're gay. There's my disclaimer. But he shows up, out of the blue, shows up at the baby shower, right, and says, "Hey." Right. You see what I'm saying?
It's the voice.
Right. And so I think that's important, right? And if you're about to marry this woman, she deserves it.
So if it was a woman and let's say her encounter was kissing a woman, you think she should tell the husband she gonna marry?
I think she should. I think she should.
But are you gonna cancel it?
No.
He gonna be like, where the woman
gonna still
at?
get
He gonna
mad?
say where the woman at?
You would still.
Where's she at? You still talking to
I
her?
don't know if I would marry her. I don't know if I would be in a. That's a good question.
You got her.
Seriously, because here's the thing too. Here's the thing that we're not factoring in. We're not factoring in love. We're not factoring in emotion. We're not factoring in the tie, the connection to the person. Right. I remember the first time I heard saw a woman say on Facebook that she dates bisexual men. Right. It threw me for a loop because I that's first, and it was many years ago. Right. And we wasn't even in the space that we're in now when she said that back then. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. So he likes the same thing you like, and you date him. So but there's a market for everything and everybody. That's what I always say.
I would say this on that. If I met a woman, right, and I'm just meeting and I'm really into her,
right,
and like I said, we just meeting, and she tell me that she's bisexual, they give me a chance to think about it. That's way before I ask her to marry me.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if he waited right before they get married for them to get married.
No, he never told. She found out.
Oh, see that?
He never told.
I thought he told her.
No.
Yeah, see, that's told.
How did she find out?
Sebastian?
Somebody told her.
Sebastian told him.
Right. Sebastian wanted to marry him.
Sebastian told her.
Oh Lord. Oh
Horses,
Jesus.
man. It's the horses.
Yeah.
No,
Man, look, y'all are crazy, man. That's all I can say. I don't know how I ended up with this bunch of y'all. That's my disclaimer. Right. But look, man, y'all give it up for Rico, man. We love you, Rico. Hey, you back, Rico, back in the building. Yes, indeed. So we have a great month lined up, right? Nichelle, do we have a guest list?
Oh, thank you. Get him ready.
Look, Nichelle,
Get him
we have
ready.
a third page.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So next week we got Boo Mitchell that's going to be on the show,
Yeah,
y'all. That's
yeah.
going to be a great show. DJ Zerg
DJ
and
Zerg.
Chris Pat. Chris Pat is going to be in the
Yes,
building.
Chris Pat.
Y'all, you do not want to miss that show. It's going to be a great show. These are, we're talking about people that are killing it in the industry right now. So, make sure you tune in. Again, it's the fastest growing visual podcast in the Memphis market, y'all. Are we at 4,000 yet? Toya, are we at 4,000 yet? Toya would know. Look, but look, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, share. Hit the share button. That really, really helps us. And we appreciate each and every person that is supporting. Thank you again. Rico, glad to have you back again,
Man,
homie.
glad to be back. It's a blessing.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing. Part of the team from the beginning. So, y'all, make sure you hit the subscribe button, y'all. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. We'll see you next week.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Powered by Black Market Strategies.